Did you ever do the Bloody Mary challenge? Now, the legend goes that if you were to turn off the lights and say her name 3 times into the mirror, then she might appear. Sometimes it was said that she would rip out your eyes. Sometimes it was said that she would pull you into the mirror. Now, who was Mary? Some people believe that she could be traced back to the 1800s to a woman named Mary Worth, who lived in a small town in New England. And the story goes that the townspeople thought she was a witch. And when children started to disappear, they suspected that it was Mary Worth. So when they go to her house, they were shocked to discover she was using the blood to bathe in because she thought it would make her younger. So it said that she was taken and burned at the stake. And her last words were, if you were to say her name in the mirror, then she would return. Some people also speculate that it might come from the 1800s belief that the widows would often call to their deceased husbands in the mirrors, thinking they would return, only to see something else. Now, there was a story from this girl named Ashley. She said when she was younger, she remembered being at school, and she went into the girls' bathroom one day. Well, she overheard some girls laughing and giggling, and she said they were doing the whole Mary thing. So she kind of stayed there and listened to them. She said they did it 3 times, and all of a sudden, the lights went out in the bathroom. She heard these girls start screaming, and finally the lights came back on, and she said the girls started to look at her and were like, did you see her? Did you see her? And she's like, who? Who? And they said, there was a girl right next to you when the lights went out. And she kind of looked around and was like, no, no, there wasn't. And she said these girls ran out of the bathroom screaming. She stayed behind. She went to go wash her hands. And she said as she looked up in the mirror, she sees this woman with black hair covering her face, wearing this white dress, just standing there behind her in the mirror. She took off running out of the bathroom screaming. And she said she told her teacher. Teacher went in the bathroom. They couldn't find anyone. There was another story from a girl named Caitlin. Caitlin said that her and her brother used to joke around and they would do the whole Mary thing. Well, she said one day she went into the bathroom and she said it 2 times. But she said, you know what, this is ridiculous. And she kind of forgot about it. Well, she said later that night, she went into the bathroom to take a shower. She said as she walked by the mirror, she said it one last time. And she said she got into the shower, and as she turned on the water, the lights went out. She said next thing she knew, the shower curtain fell all the way to the ground, and she ran out of the bathroom screaming. And her mom went in there, she looked, she didn't see anything. Well, she said she told her brother about this, and her brother was like, you're making this up. So about a week later, they're home alone, and they're sitting down in the living room watching a movie, when all of a sudden, they hear the shower turn on upstairs. And they're like, who is in the bathroom? And then they start hearing these cries, like a woman wailing. So they both go upstairs, they go by the bathroom, they slowly open the door, and they said as they went to the curtains and pulled it back, they looked and there was no one there. They ran out of the house until their parents got back. She said a couple weeks later, she was in her bedroom. It's the middle of the night. She hears the shower kick on by itself. So she goes to the bathroom, and she said when she opened the curtain this time, she's seen a woman in a white dress with black hair covering her face laying in the bathtub. So what do you think? Is the legend real?